What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kyng Pablo, and welcome back to the channel. So today we got an update on Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy. It's finally been revealed their causes of death. We're going to get into this video, then I'll come back with my commentary.
The tragic revelations here at home involving the deaths of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife. ABC's Zareen Shah has more on what we're learning from the New Mexico medical examiner now. Zareen, good morning.
With what the investigation found possibly as shocking as the announcement of the deaths themselves. One finding was that Hackman had Alzheimer's and possibly did not know his wife had been dead for a week. This morning, stunning new details about the death of actor Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy. Investigators revealing they believe Hackman died of heart disease with complications from Alzheimer's, and he possibly did not know of his wife's death from the rare hantavirus in the same home just 1 week before. Hantavirus is transmitted to humans through rodent urine, droppings, or saliva. There have been less than 900 cases since the CDC started tracking it more than 30 years ago. On February 11th, Hackman's wife, Betsy Arakawa, was last seen on a surveillance camera at CVS Pharmacy in Santa Fe. Shortly after, investigators say she died of natural causes.
Based on the circumstances, it is reasonable to conclude that Ms. Hackman passed away first.
Investigators say it is unclear if the Oscar-winning actor knew his wife of 30 years was dead or whether he was able to take care of himself on his own. An autopsy revealing Hackman's stomach was empty, meaning he hadn't eaten recently, but he did not appear to be dehydrated.
He was in an advanced state of Alzheimer's, and it's quite possible that he was not aware that she was deceased.
Officials say they believe Hackman likely died 1 week later, around February 18th, based on data from his pacemaker. A week after that, on February 26th.
Okay. Are they moving at all?
No, dude, they're not moving. Just send somebody out here really quick.
Police say a caretaker found Hackman's body in the mudroom, appearing to have fallen. Betsy found in the bathroom with pills scattered on the counter, and their dog dead just feet away. Preliminary tests came back negative for carbon monoxide poisoning, which was initially seen as a possible cause for their death. Investigators say the couple's dog had just gotten a procedure done, which may explain why it was in a crate.
The deceased dog has been taken for necropsy at the Veterinary Diagnostic Services, and we'll be awaiting those results.
And it is unclear exactly how their dog died. The vet says based on the timeline, it's possible the dog could have died of starvation. Gio.
Such a mystery, Zoreen. Thank you so much. And joining us now with more on what to know about this hantavirus is Dr. Stephanie Widmer. Dr. Widmer, thank you so much for being here. I got to be honest, I've never heard of this. And I started Googling right away. And what I found was really interesting. Tell me about how common this is and what are the symptoms?
So hantavirus is a viral syndrome. It is incredibly rare. In fact, since the CDC has been tracking it since 1993, there really have not been many cases at all. The mortality is very high. There are essentially two types of hantavirus. There's hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, which primarily affects the lungs, and then a syndrome that primarily affects the kidneys. It can manifest with different types of symptoms, respiratory failure, difficulty breathing, kidney injury, internal bleeding, and other things that we commonly see with other viral syndrome, like fever, chills, body aches, weakness, things like that.
So is there a treatment for this virus?
Unfortunately, there is not a specific medication or a designated treatment for hantavirus. Like other viral syndromes, supportive care is the mainstay of treatment, IV hydration, rest, fluids, things like that. You know, really, in the case of hantavirus, getting to the hospital sooner rather than later is the goal, especially because the mortality rate is so high, so that monitoring and supportive care can be initiated earlier rather than later.
And you mentioned those flu-like symptoms. Could she have mistaken this for the flu?
It is definitely possible that she could have mistaken this for the flu. It does share some common symptoms like the fever, the body aches, the weakness. It's entirely possible she didn't know what was going on and was maybe too weak to seek care or too confused or just overall too sick. It's really hard to know what happened.
Yeah, so many questions. Dr. Stephanie Widmer, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
All right, and we're back. So that is so sad. Very, very sad. So we found out that Miss Betsy had hantavirus, which is caused by rodents from their droppings and urine and saliva. So where were the rodents? I wonder, did they live in a unkept home? What was the state of the home when the EMTs and everyone got there? Did they have a rodent issue in like one area of the house? Because she had to been exposed to that in close quarters for her to have this hantavirus. They said she was last seen February 11th at the CVS. They said she had took the dog to have a procedure done at the veterinarian, so that's probably why he was in the crate. The medication that was found around her was for thyroid. They say Mr. Hackman was in very, very severe case of Alzheimer's, so he probably didn't even know his wife was dead for a week, which is very unfortunate and sad. They said his stomach was empty, but he did not seem dehydrated. Yeah. It's just, I wonder, what was the state of that house? Did they have cleaning crews that came in? Did they clean the house themselves? Like, how did she get this hantavirus? Did she know she had the virus? They said the virus can also seem like you're having flu-like symptoms. So maybe she thought she had the flu and she was probably trying to self-medicate. We don't know. It's just a very sad and unfortunate situation that happened there. That's why we got to check on our people. We have definitely got to check on our older people to make sure they're okay. And not just calling them on the phone, but actually seeing them in person. This is just a very sad situation. I'm going to go ahead and check out of here. If I get more details about this story, I will update you guys with those details. It's been your boy Kyng Pablo. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right, peace.